Welcome to Caledonian Campers. I'm going to show you around this wonderful Indium Grey short wheelbase T6.1 campervan that we've built at our factory. Firstly, this is where the diesel goes. To open this, you need to open this door, then open this flap and twist this off, and it's diesel. This is AdBlue and it's an additive, and that will be full on your collection. You won't need to do anything with that. This is where your fresh water goes. There's a 38 litre tank underneath the van. We don't fill it up prior to your arrival, as we don't recommend driving long distances with a full tank. To open this, your key is on here, and you just open that and fill up the tank with the blue hose that's in the van. Round to the back. Underneath here is storage. You have your table, you have your window blinds, so one on the windscreen and one for each side on the window, and you also have your table and chairs. Hookup cable, your blue hose for filling the water tank that I just showed you, your gas locker, gas bottle here. To turn it on, you turn it anti-clockwise, and turn it off as clockwise. We always recommend that it's off when you're driving. Round to this side of the vehicle, we have your hookup cable. This is where the cable goes into the side of the van in order for you to get 240 power and to charge your leisure battery. I will demonstrate that. To put the cable into the van, you just lift this flap up. There's 3 holes there, and it just goes in, just like that. Always remember to take it out before you drive away. On the driver's side of the vehicle, there's a pipe here. This is just the exhaust for the diesel heater. You don't need to touch that, don't do anything with that. And also under here, which you can't see, is the wastewater hose, so the water from the sink comes out here onto the ground automatically. Now I'm going to show you the inside and how everything works. Rock and roll bed. There's 2 seat belts in the back, and you have 2 single seats in the front, so 4 people can travel in this particular vehicle. To get the bed out, just loosen the seat belts, pull the handle, and it slides down. Ta-da! To get the bed up, there's a little handle here that you can push, or actually just pull this little cable. Ta-da! As easy as that. I'm going to show you how all the power works. To get the power operational on the back of the camper van, you just press this button here. That switches on the electricity. Within this panel itself, the L's for leisure battery, that gives you an indication of how much power is in the leisure battery. The leisure battery operates all your electrics in the vehicle. Your fridge and your diesel heater are the 2 things that will draw the most power from your leisure battery. V is for vehicle, you don't need that, ignore that button, not necessary. The tap is for the tap, which is here. It's just beeping because the water tank's empty. And this one is for your tank, to indicate how much water's in your tank. Like I say, it's empty at the moment, but if the water was here, it would give you an indication as to how much water is available. This is a 12 volt socket. It will work anytime. You do not have to be on hookup or at a campsite for that to work. This is your 240 socket, which will only work when you're at a campsite with the cable into the side of the vehicle. These are for your lights. This is for your fridge. There's a little light here to remind you that the fridge is on. This is your diesel heater, which will work wherever you are. You don't have to be hooked up for that to work. We do recommend that you have at least 1/4 of a tank of diesel for that to operate successfully. You just switch it on and then choose what temperature you want inside the vehicle, and it regulates itself. It's very clever. This is your microwave. The microwave only works when the cable's in at the side of the van at a campsite. Up here we have your hob and your sink. This is operated by gas, so the gas bottle needs to be switched on for the cooker to operate. There's an igniter here. Please make sure that this is cooled down before you put the lid down. And your sink, the tap will only work if the little tap button is switched on, and the wastewater just goes outside the van. This is your fridge freezer. If you open it up, this compartment does come out if you need extra space. Recommend that you keep this temperature of the fridge to number 2. That's more than adequate. Any more than that, you're using unnecessary battery. This fridge will operate whether you're hooked up or not. This is the vent for the diesel heater, so this is where the heat comes out. Just make sure you don't cover it, or it doesn't, a cushion or a blanket goes over that. Make sure that's free at all times. In the rear we have storage. There's shelves here. There's a light here. This is where your power management hub is. The fuses are there, you'll not need to touch that, just leave that. There's also a light here, which also has a USB charging point. As always, safety is paramount here at Caledonian Campers. And we have our carbon monoxide alarm down here. And we have a smoke alarm also at the rear. And there's a fire extinguisher in the van and a first aid kit. Hopefully you don't need it. The single passenger seat spins. All you need to do is bring the seat far forward, like this. And then there's a little lever here. Thanks for watching our demonstration of our Caledonian Campers short wheelbase automatic rental van. Enjoy your trip.